Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a mega bike packing unboxing overview of an entire assortment of Ortlieb bike packing bags. So if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned, subscribe, and like this video if you haven't already. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at each individual of these products, unboxing them, giving you some basic stats about these items if you've been looking for a waterproof series of bike packing bags. Now the reason I'm making this video is so I can do individual reviews on each of these products later down the line on my channel, and I want to filter through all your questions to make sure I include those in the review. So make sure to turn notifications on so you can see those videos when they come out. But let's start with the saddle bag. This is Ortlieb's seat pack. Now this is available in two different sizes, an 11 liter, which I have here, and a 16 liter. And they are both waterproof. So let's unbox it. So as far as major stats for this bag, as far as size and weight, it is an 11 liter bag and it's coming in at 345 grams. And they do have a 16 liter version as well. So this is going to be the overall size of the bag, obviously opened up all the way. And here are the real key features that I do like about their bag specifically. So you have an IP rating of 64 with all welded seams on the bag. You have a very heavy duty seat post strap that also has a grip soft touch material on the backside to help with the bag swaying or slipping while you're riding. I really like the bungee cords on top of any style of seat pack, and that is great for basically throwing in a jacket or your tent poles or anything else that you may be picking up on your bike packing ride when riding around, so that you have versatility at the top of the bag to store a variety of different size items, and I've definitely used these in the past with other bags. The real big standout feature that I think this bag has is going to be this air valve right here, and this is going to be something that I wish every single seat bag had, and I think is a great feature. Basically, this is going to allow you to empty out the extra air in the bag to really compress it down to get this thing as tight as possible. So simply pulling this and rolling the top of the bag down is going to do that, and I'm going to demonstrate that real quick right here. Going to simply roll the top like you would at any other bag, leaving this valve in the open position. And what that's going to allow you to do is push all the air out to compress this bag even more than it would have. And then you can simply close it and you're good to go and cinch this down. Then after that, you can obviously use these tabs on the side to pull it tight and keep it tight against the body of the bag. And you have a tight, nice little bundle here that's going to keep, again, the weight closest to the seat post, so that it's not farther away, which is obviously going to cause a lot more sway or sag in the bag potentially. So this is a really great feature that I really do like. And with these pull downs and all the clips, they seem very heavy duty, as well as they are thinking about everything with the extra little Velcro tabs you have right here. These are going to allow you to strap these along the bag so they aren't flailing in the wind, or you don't have to tuck them underneath something like I have with other bags, wrapping them around so that they aren't in the way when you're riding. So I like that real smart, thought out feature with something so simple as Velcro sewn into the straps. This is going to mount to your saddlebag underneath your seat rails like most other seat bags do. And they have a simple loosening and tightening mechanism here with the clasp. And also I like that they have these locking clips here. This is going to allow you to cinch it down while leaving the loops on the back of the saddle rail, which I really do like because it is kind of annoying when you want to remove it or simply just get it out of the way to have a little bit easier access to the top of the bag. Also on the back of the bag, you're going to have your little loops here, which I really like to put my bike lights that I can clip onto something. I'll put them back here so obviously they're visible when you're riding, and there's multitudes of these so that no matter how extended the bag is out, you can always clip a light somewhere that's visible. Also, you can see on the back here, there are a few little reflective hits, which are obviously going to increase in visibility if you're not using these loops for the light mount. Or even if you are, obviously they're positioned more towards the side to give you better side visibility for oncoming traffic, and I definitely like that added feature. But now let's move on to the frame pack. This, just like the saddlebag, is going to be offered in two different sizes. This is going to be the smaller 4 liter, but they also offer this in a 6 liter. And if you're worried about what's going to fit your frame best, make sure to check out their website so you can see the overall dimensions of this bag and make yourself either a paper template or cardboard to see which one's going to fit best. But this style of bag is going to allow you to potentially run the most amount of water bottles on your frame. The other bag is more of a frame wedge shape, which is going to take up obviously more space, giving you more room to store items, but is going to most likely take up your ability to run water bottles in your frame. This, again, is going to be waterproof as well, And the one thing I do like about this bag is their loop system and how it mounts up to the top tube of your bike. And if you look here in the Valley, you do have multiple different strap positions so that you can mount as many as 5 straps, but they do provide you with 3 for the top tube. But obviously if you had heavier weight, you could obviously add in your own extra 2 straps for the additional loops that you may want to use as well, depending on what top tube bag or other bags you may be wanting to use with this. As well as I do like the high quality, again, soft touch material that they are going to use on their straps to add in extra security to suck the bag up. And I like this kind of overflap. This is going to basically wrap around your top tube a little bit better, again, aiding in that security and eliminating hopefully that gap that some other frame bags have between the top of the bag and the bottom of your frame. It's got a big wide zipper here, and you are going to be provided with 2 additional top tube straps, again with that nice soft material on there to protect your frame. But I still would recommend to put some clear bra on your frame. If you want to learn how to do that to your bike, I have a link in the description below with my tips and tricks, since I do that to every single bike frame that I own. As well as you do get 2 additional Velcro straps to put in the multitude of positions on the front or the back of the bag. So this is going to aid a lot in versatility for where to place this. On the downward face here, you have 3 positions. On the angled face of the bag, you have 2 positions to put that, depending on where maybe your brake cables enter on your frame. You actually have positions on the down tube section, which I don't know how you would use that, but if you wanted to maybe hook this up to another bag or hang something off it, or maybe put your tent poles here and use some Velcro or bungee cords, you could use this in definitely different ways. Comment below if you've done that. And then you have 1 mounting tab on the back there to run your Velcro through. So this is going to give you a lot of versatility on how you want to use this bag or mount it to your bike. The only thing I wish it did have was a non-drive side pocket. You can see the massive pocket and zipper on the drive side, but there isn't anything on the non-drive. But I do like that they do include this soft Velcro strip here. So this is going to allow the excess of the straps to stick to something. I do have that problem with some of my other bags that don't have this feature, is when you're pedaling, and especially if you're riding in just regular shorts, your shorts will kind of pick up on the edge of the Velcro strap and eventually either curl out and make a lot of noise or might catch on something, and I constantly will trim them back or bend them back or get new straps. So I really do like this simple add-on that I would have never thought of until seeing this bag in person. So now let's move on to the fork packs. These are a really versatile mount that I really do like, especially if you are bike packing a lot, because they add a quick release feature to your bike and give you the ability to basically quickly disconnect this off your bike, especially if you're bike packing or even commuting. And you can put these on a multitude of different areas, or even use them as kind of micro panniers if you want, if you can mount the cage. So how this system basically works is it consists of a mount that you're going to mount to your bike. Now this is basically designed around a 3-pack mount, but you can use this if you only have 2 bolts or even just 1 bolt on your fork with some accessories I'll show you in a moment. But this is going to give you the ability to quickly clip on this bag, giving you a secure fit, and it does feature a quick lock here to easily remove it. And you do have a stability strap at the bottom that's going to hook into the lower feet of this bracket, so you don't have any potential bag sway when you're riding around. These are rated at 290 grams and are a 4.1 liter size of capacity. So now let's get on to your mounting options. They do provide you with all the hardware needed. So the options are going to consist of either you simply bolting this with the 3 bolts provided onto your anything mount, or using these metal strips, and don't worry, they're not going to scratch your bike because they do have a cover that comes with this that you cut to length with these little inserts here that are going to give you something that you can thread into. So this is going to be a great option, especially for mountain bikers, to mount your suspension fork, to give you mounting holes, since as of right now, I don't know if there is any mountain forks with eyelet holes on the sides, but this is going to be something that is going to give you eyelets if you don't have them. So now if you are running a gravel bike or a road bike, you at least need 1 mounting hole on the fork for this system to work. You cannot simply add 2 of these onto a tapered fork because obviously that would slip. So you have to have at least 1 mounting threaded hole. So you can simply add this system to whatever setup you have, depending on how many eyelets you have. But this would be a great combination with the new tail fin that has those 3-pack mounts on the legs to basically give you quick disconnect little rear panniers. I just think this is super smart. And lastly, we're going to talk about the new Handlebar Pack quick release setup. This is one of the newest items that Ortlieb has released recently, and I think it's a really great innovative system to quickly disconnect your front bag from your bike. This is going to be a great option for somebody who's going to move this bag around. if you're commuting and still do bike camping or gravel riding on the weekend and want to carry some extra stuff, this is going to be something that's going to be a lot easier than having to either purchase multiple hard mounts or move those hard mounts back and forth all the time. And again, with all of these products, I will be doing a full review, so yes, I might not be answering all your questions and showing you everything about this bag, but again, that's what I want to have from you to include in the full review. The capacity for this bag is going to be stated at 11 liters, and it's going to be weighing in at a total of 530 grams. And this is a roll top style bag. This is going to give you that added versatility on giving you options of how big of an item you can carry in this bag, and then simply you can roll it down to stuff it to size so that no matter what you have in there, you can keep it nice and tight. Now, one thing I do like with this handlebar bag is it does have a hard insert in the front of it, so that's going to help with keeping its shape, especially when it's not filled up or if it does have excess weight. I have noticed that with some other bags, they do sag kind of funny if they aren't loaded up completely and don't take full shape, to where they kind of slap around a little bit more. So I do like having a stiffener in my handlebar bags in general. You're going to see on the side here, you got a nice stretchy pocket. I like this over a fitted pocket. This is going to give you that ability to simply add in a water bottle or other items that you can simply stuff in there, maybe a big burrito, a beer, or anything else. So you're going to have those available for you on both sides to quickly access something, because obviously with a roll top closure, this is not a bag you're going to be easily able to get into while riding, because you're going to have to obviously unroll it. So once you have your items in the bag, you're obviously going to roll it tight to get as much air as you can out. And this bag does not have that trick bleed valve. Seem to need one for my handlebar bag as much as I do in a saddle bag. Simply going to hook this hook on the top. And again, they have those locking clips that I really like in the seat bag. Simply going to pull it tight, then clip it down. That's going to give you a nice, firm, secure mount, and it's going to be easy to undo it, as you can see here. 1, 2, done. So that's a really nice feature, and they do give you obviously a taller mount, so if the bag is more full and you need to grab up to this one because there's not enough strap, you can do that. So as far as the mounting bracket, I'm not going to get fully into my thoughts on how this installs. I'm going to leave that for the full review, so make sure to turn notifications on to see that and give my full initial thoughts after I play with it and get it set up, because it is a little bit more of a learning curve compared to obviously just clipping it into a bracket. So this is something that I really think is innovative on how they did it. So I'm going to wait for the full review to let you know of what I think about this quick release system, because in theory, I really do like it. And then lastly, we do have straps on the front, so you can simply add in other items to clip underneath this bag. And you're going to have those locking clips here as well, so you can simply tuck up the bag and keep it nice and taut, as well as they did think of everything, because you do have these simple little slip straps here that you can slide, so that no matter how much excess strap you have, it's not going to be flailing around and rubbing on your tire, because that does happen when you're riding with a bag, especially with an accessory mount here. You could easily put your tent poles or stuff a jacket in here, but I really do like this, and even though it is at the more minimal side of compression, you can still have full access to these pockets, and it's not going to basically roll and kind of hide them or make them unable to use. I highly doubt you'd have this anything smaller than this, because if you do, I don't know why you'd have the handlebar bag on your bike. That's going to be the Ortlieb bike packing setup, and again, my initial impressions showing you the features and specs of each of these bags. Hope you like that. Make sure to put your comments below if you have any questions, and make sure to call out which specific bag you want me that you're talking about, so I can address that in future reviews or on my next vlog or bike packing trip that I do take, which hopefully is sooner than later. So I hope you like this video. Please make sure to like it and subscribe if you haven't already. I have links for my Facebook, Instagram, as well as my Spreadshirt, where I sell my Slow But Look Pro merchandise, and my Pateron if you want to help support Locked In, so I can make more videos just like this every single week. And lastly, thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in today. Like tutorials and quick and